excited about the rivalry, so I'm not too sure. I think we may have more games with local team, but that's still at the discretion of the OHL right now. They're doing the scheduling.
Setting it now.
They're setting it up now, but I think from a division, I'm led to believe that it's probably going to stay status quo because of the fact that it's so late in the process.
But you hope like the NHL did with Columbus.
I mean, I'm speculating, but I think if I'm Kingston, I don't want to be going to Hamilton. If I'm Niagara Falls, I want to be going to Hamilton. To that end, I think, but right now, the Board of Governors of the OHL, who I understand voted unanimously for this, obviously are looking what's in the best interest of the league. And I can't really comment more on that because I was just on the call to introduce myself and state my case, and then I got off the call, and then they had to vote, and I'm sure they had discussions probably with respect to that. With respect to colors, I think going into next year, I want Hamiltonians to understand that I always say Bulldogs hockey will continue in Hamilton. I want them to feel that it's continuing on. I'd probably like the fans to choose the colors, but not this year, upcoming year, but following year, maybe we'll get, I think we talked about a third jersey, maybe a blue jersey instead of the red jersey, and just to see, but the logo is going to stay the same, the trademark logo is staying the same, plus Bruiser's going to change, has to change his shirt, and that's a big shirt to me.
Scott? Yeah.
Scott Radley from The Spectator. Does this whole thing start because the Canadians let you know that eventually, as you say, it was inevitable, they wanted to take their team back? Is that what got this ball rolling, or how did this whole thing start?
This has been ongoing ever since somebody stuck a microphone in my face, and over at Mohawk, saying, "Hey, I hear the Bulldogs are going back to going to Laval." So we can date that back 2000 and I don't know 7, 8. So to me, I wear two hats, and certainly the hat that I wear right now is a Hamilton hat, and I have to make sure that there's succession. That to me was important. This I'm the one that initiated this whole set of dominoes.
So I'm wondering, Kevin Winter, Hamilton Community News, I'm wondering, the OHL team, will it have the same economic impact as the AHL team on the city?
Buy your season tickets, and then we'll have even greater. I would anticipate that it has equal. I'm certainly banking on it. I would think so. I think there's other opportunities. I think the rivalries will be a lot closer. So who knows how heated the rivalries will be, and it's easier busload from here than, I think we're off to Rochester, Montreal, and Texas, right? I don't think Texas is coming here anytime soon with a busload, but I would anticipate, as we have a competitive product on the ice and a winning product, we'll be getting a lot of attention.
Michael, do you anticipate that you can build sort of a regional network rivalry with teams like the Knights, Guelph, Niagara, you mentioned, teams within, say, 90 miles or roughly an hour's drive of here? Can you build that regional rivalry? Will the OHL let you try to work on that?
I don't think the OHL can. The rivalry can start right in the stands. No, on the ice. I think that happens naturally. I think that's. I think one of the things. The one setback that I see from not having the AHL here is a rivalry that we created with the Marlies. But I'm also convinced that we're going to be creating other rivalries.
Rick.
You guys have, I think, 3 home games left. What do you think the reaction or the response is going to be during those 3 games?
You want to say something?
That's right. Rick, for us, we're in the thick of the playoff race. There's 5 teams competing for 2 spots. And I expect that the community will come out and continue to support us. For us, it's business as usual. And, it's a chance for really to get behind that playoff race and that push. And there's been a bit of a good frenzy here in the city, and people are following the standings on a daily basis. And that's where we're going to focus our efforts. And through all of the uncertainty this week, our sales team has been getting numerous commitments for group tickets. And people are just here happy to support the Hamilton Bulldogs.
This might be a thorny issue because you still have 1 year left on the lease here, but is this place a long-term home? Is that the hope?
I wouldn't buy a franchise if I didn't want to stay here. And I don't think, if you look at the history of the Ontario Hockey League, I don't think they like moving teams, readily as well. So no, I want to stay here. I intend to execute the extension on our lease and make Hamilton our home.
We'll take one or two more if there are any.
Kelly Bennett from CBC Hamilton. How much did you pay for the Bulls, and how much did the Canadians pay you to the AHL franchise?
That would be a private matter, but
Okay.
thanks for asking.
Have to ask it.
Sorry.
Terry?
Terry Koski, Hamilton Spectator. Michael, do you have any plans, given the size of this arena, to adapt it or make it a bit more hospitable to an OHL team?
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I don't think I'm speaking out of line when I'm saying that this building is too big for AHL or OHL. I think our our new crop of players coming in are going to love the facilities from the dressing room and from that perspective. This build, I mean, that's another topic, I think, for today. I'm certainly not thinking about it. I'm looking forward to playing here for the next 3 years. And yes, somebody who's in the industry, who's an ex-hockey hockey coach, Gary Green, once said to me, "Empty seats breeds empty seats." And there's no doubt the junior teams that were here, had little success, and obviously the AHL teams too. But I think we've done what we had to do. We've tried to be creative with theme nights, and when you got 5,000 people in there with a new, jumbotron and the ring, LED ring, it makes it quite exciting, and the concourse is amenable to the fans. But hey, somebody wants to build me a building, I'm happy to help out.
Okay, well, one more. Yep, last question.
The extension or the lease stand, because you have 1 year left, correct? So are you already starting to begin negotiating a new lease with Global Spectrum, or where does that stand?
No, it's not. I mean, I don't have the business aspect, but I believe that we have an option to extend for another 3 years.